Hello there, I'm Boo, and I like drawing, maximizing my hours in all the Pokemon games to find Chinese, and I really love to complain about lore in World of Warcraft. If this is so not efficient whatsoever, then I'm sorry, that's gonna be the video. Me inefficiently doing stuff in World of Warcraft. Hello, and welcome back to a new episode on the channel. Man, it makes me smile every time, like how nonchalant the male bladders wave, honestly. Anyway, yeah, we are back. It is actually today a very nice day, a very cozy day, and since you guys liked my last episode so much, where I was basically just flying around Winterspring and Outlands and gathering ores to get up my mining ability, I thought I'd treat you guys to another one of these, because I finally wanted to start jewel crafting. Yeah, so if you're looking for a super short and snazzy video, this is not gonna be it. I honestly haven't looked anything up about jewel crafting. I only know that I've never done it in all my, I think 16, 17 years of World of Warcraft. And I finally wanted to try it out. So here we are in our beautiful Orgrimmar. And honestly, I think I have to close my windows because it's just loud. This neighborhood, it's like very suburban, but it's so loud. Alright, just like any other German, I love myself some frische Luft, which happens if you open your windows all the time and leave them on kip. I have no idea how you call that in English, like if you don't open them fully but half. I don't even know, is that a thing in other countries? I used to live in the Netherlands for almost 7 years, and there not many windows were capable of doing that. I think it's a very German thing. Anyway, we are going to get rid again of details because it's just, yeah, there's just a lot on my screen otherwise. And yes, like the perfect YouTuber that I am, I didn't do this beforehand. I'm doing that during recording the video, so you already know what kind of vibe we're going for. And I'm also gonna take off the cooldown manager, which I mostly just have on screen so I can see my hover ability. And now I need to remember, where's the jewel crafter? Oh wait, because of the visions, I think I know that it's this beautiful establishment, right? Oh yeah, okay. We have the jewel crafting trainer, and I've already learned classic jewel crafting. I'm trying not to click onto cataclysm jewel crafting, mostly because it's just gonna annoy me, because then I have always to, select classic here. And well, let's get right to it. I think we need to buy this jewel crafter sets, or do we not have to do that because I bought these things? I think we don't have to do it. So first, I think we can just create some rough stone statues because I don't think we're gonna need the rough stone for anything else anyway, I think. Oh man, I'm so clueless when it comes to this profession. The nice thing is that this time we have a little bit of crafting ASMR in the background. I mean, do we? It's kinda quiet, no? That's nice nevertheless. I like it. I dig this very much. Okay, what the F was that? Oh no, was that the Dragthier NPC that's in here because I'm a Dragthier? Oh gee, I hope not, because oh god, these noises, like they also did it in Dornogal with all the earthen, like they do yawning noises and sigh noises and noises. And I don't think we needed that. I don't really know why they added stuff like that because I'm not here for it. I could live without it. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's see what we can learn now apart from cataclysm jewel crafting. We can learn our first beautiful necks and rings. Okay, so for some we need copper bars and wires. I already knew that. And for some we need only wires. So, wait. We need 2 copper bars to create 1 wire. I mean, we have more than enough copper bars. I'm pretty sure we can create more. But I'm pretty sure we should have probably just created copper wires, huh? Because we're gonna need those for every other ring anyway. like I said, I did not look at any guide. Usually I'm pretty in the know about many professions because I used to really like professions before Dragonflight rolled around and made them overcomplicated to the max. But I used to really like them. But with jewel crafting, I have absolutely no clue about anything. So if this is so not efficient whatsoever, then I'm sorry. That's gonna be the video. Me inefficiently doing stuff in World of Warcraft, which I think is okay. I think we should embrace being inefficient every now and then more again. Because even though I like doing stuff like achievements, and I really like to be efficient with like dailies and stuff and reputation grinds, I sometimes feel like we've become too accustomed to always just look up a guide without really trying first. And I know why, because WoW can be that way. We can make it for... Honestly, I kind of want to know what a solid bronze ring with like 2 stamina and 3 crit looks on level 45. Wait, is one of you selling like these thingies? I know that you can buy them somewhere, but I always forget where. Okay, none of these guys are selling it. Should I look up who is selling that stuff? I know that in Oribos there is a trainer who sells that. Wait, like the tailoring profession? Dude, maybe? Maybe, baby? Let's see. Honestly, let's just look this up, just for the giggles. Do you have a sign of the past? No. No. Okay. Can I create them myself? Because I know that in some professions you can create them yourself. Doesn't look like it, huh? Man, one thing that I also think is super exciting for me, at least about jewel crafting, is that yes, it doesn't give you any transmog whatsoever until later expansions, but there are so many recipes that you can learn and that you can pick up from factions, and I really like that. Like, I just love recipe gathering. I don't know what exactly it is that makes me go happy when I collect recipes, and also when I can do reputation grinds, for example, in Outlands for recipes, but it just makes me happy. I like it. And speaking of liking, I really like that you guys were so impressed by me just yapping the entire last episode for over an hour. Yeah, I can talk forever. Like, if I'm in the right mood, and I think right now I'm also in the right mood for this. This is why I cannot just record it whenever, obviously, because even I sometimes feel very quiet. But when I don't feel quiet, like I'm feeling right now, then I can yap for hours and it won't stop. 72, 73. I mean, to be fair, doing professions is maybe also not the most exciting content. So let's see how many people will stick around for this one this time. But I really like bars being filled. So, yeah. And I don't think I've ever skilled... No, I obviously never skilled jewel crafting, but I also didn't skill a lot of the professions ever since they changed this interface up here. And I kind of like this little pink diamond thing that is starting to show. I mean, as you can see, I completely disagree with this icon for jewel crafting because I changed it down here. I changed both. I really like to do that for spells. I haven't done it with any of my Dragthier spells yet because, oh my god, what the F is this? Okay, let me not lose my train of thought. Because, oh, and I need to turn off WhatsApp. I need to mute it. Where was I? I completely forgot. Okay, so we need bronze settings and delicate copper wire. Ah, they're down here. Okay, I was already like, oh god, I can't create any of this. No, I can. Okay, so we should have never bothered with like these statues. We should have always just gone for the copper wire, even though, wait, now there are statues down here. Do you think that's like their little sneaky way of... Oh, generations of gemstones. Yeah, they implemented all these new achievements that don't count if you did it before. So, yeah, there's that. And that you just create a lot of stuff with your profession. Okay, let me quickly look this up. Classic jewel crafting. Okay, so we can also on 110 create heavy stone statue, but there's no way of telling if they're already green as well. So, yeah. No idea. You also need 8 of each stone every time. So, that's also probably a little bit inefficient. But you know what? We're just gonna create a bunch of bronze settings because I feel like we're gonna need it. And we also probably need more of this wire. Yeah, only 12 probably doesn't go a long way. But we can... Oh, why can we create so many of these? Oh, because we have lesser moonstones. Okay, you know what? Sure. This is a newer icon. This is not a classic icon or a BC icon. And also, oh my god, look at that speed. You know, something that I really like about the old Blizzard is that they just made sure that there are a lot of old classic jewel crafting recipes. Which they didn't have to do at all, by the way. Like, this profession came in Burning Crusade, and yes, in Burning Crusade you still, you know, leveling was still part of the experience. So you spent a lot more time during the level phase. So professions also had more value because you were definitely in better shape if you had a profession with which you could always create stuff for yourself. You know, it wasn't crazy that your alt also had a profession that would fit with their style of clothing. So you could always equip stuff even while you were leveling and wouldn't get gear all the time in quests. Like, that is a very it's a very modern WoW thing that you get the gear that you need while you're questing. That isn't that common. Okay, we can also prospect. So we, for example, can raid the guild bank apparently. So let's do that. Just for everyone, I have permission granted to me by my wife that I can take anything and everything from the guild bank that I need for my jewel crafting endeavors. And yes, this was sorted color coded, and this has been gathered for quite a long time. Wait, what did I need again? Ah, Shadow Gem. And I just picked up a Shadow Gem. Okay. And you know what? While we're in the city, let's use Taiwan. Because his running animation is so funny. I really mostly got this mount, not because I see suddenly the appeal of Taiwan. I'm just a dog lover. I'm a dog person through and through. Like, I also like cats. I mean, duh, who doesn't like cats? But I'm definitely a dog person. And I just, one day, when I have the money, or when we have the money, I just want a ginormous dog. And it can be the laziest family dog ever. Like, I just love dogs so much, and I love big dogs. And therefore, I kind of realized that maybe I do need to get Taiwan. But in my head, he's called Felric. So, just so you know. If I could ever ride a weak aura, you know, my little weak aura of Arthas that I always have active. But this is not a real icon. As you can see, if I hover over him, he doesn't have a flavor text. But if I ever know or would learn how to write a weak aura that would automatically always get over the flavor text of Taiwan as my buff and replace it with Felric, I would be very happy. So, you know, if you're a smart person, please tell me. By the way, while we're on the topic of smart people, I have a problem with this Devastation Evoker. I cannot get my Heart of Azeroth. And I have no idea why not. See, I'm a very big veteran of doing old content with newer characters. So I know all the little itty-gritty details, how you sometimes have to go around the world to get your stuff, even if it's old content. Also, wait, what is this? Ah, we need Moss Agate for this. I don't even know how you would pronounce that. Moss Agatha? I don't know. Moss Agatha all along. Inventory is full. Would you look at that? Can we scrap these? No, right? Like, that would be so cool. Also, wait. I need to put one of these down because yeah, like these little weirdos. Back in the day, they had the older model, obviously. But I remember I started doing jewel crafting to, like, I think 15 by creating these little effers. And I like them. I think they're funky. Anyway, yeah, so don't don't start like telling me stuff like, you have to go to Silithus because maybe Magni is only there. Yeah, I tried all of that. I tried every single thing. I tried Silithus in both versions, with and without war mode. I tried to level sync. Yeah, I also tried that. Didn't show up. Like, Magni is there, but he doesn't have a quest for me. And since I've never acquired a Heart of Azeroth, I also cannot go into the Chamber of Hearts, which is funnily a quest that I can accept in Najata, however. Because I was already able to do Najata, I was able to do every single thing in Battle for Azeroth so far. But obviously, I cannot do a lot of stuff. For example, did you know you cannot do many of the dailies in BFA because you don't have a Heart of Azeroth. You can't do all the dailies for Bran, for example. Bran? No, wait. Wrong dwarf. Not Bran, but... oh, we don't have bronze bars anymore. Okay, but we can create more. We have a forge here somewhere. Aha. Yeah, I can't... I've already tried all of that. I tried also... What did I also try? I was in Dazalor. I talked to Talanji. I talked to Nathanos. I tried doing the war campaign. My war campaign is half completed, by the way. I still don't have the Heart of Azeroth. I was in Najata. I cannot continue with the N'Zoth campaign because I cannot continue with the Najata campaign because I need to upgrade my Heart of Azeroth. But I don't have a Heart of Azeroth. You see my problem, right? And I don't know. I googled it. I didn't really find this problem. Surprisingly enough, I thought maybe it's a very common problem because it sounds like a very common problem. I have handed in a bug report, but as they already tell you, they don't react to that anymore. So there's that. Has any of you have the same problem? And if so, did you fix it? And how did you fix it? Because I am getting a little bit annoyed. Like, yeah, I don't necessarily need to do it right now, but at some point I would just like to have it for completion reasons, let alone getting to Ny'alotha, for example, trying to farm my mount with one character more. Like, it's really upsetting to me. I don't know. It makes me so angry that I just can't do that content. And I'm such a veteran when it comes to old content. Like, I know which quests are bugged. I know which mobs you cannot one or two shot, which mobs you need like to engage and then wait until they've done with their RP so you can actually kill them. And I know all of that stuff, but I've never run into this problem and it frustrates me to no end. So please, 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 if any of you know what might be up with that, tell me. Please. I'm grasping for straws at this point because I've tried literally everything and nothing has worked so far. So, yeah. I'm a little bit clueless. Man, that's some good coffee. I am trying currently a new sort of milk, or new form of milk, or new kind of milk. Well, first of all, it's not milk at all. It's soy, because I'm lactose intolerant. Oh, and we can't, of course, we can't skill anything because we haven't created anything to be that skillful. Okay, let's just, you know what? I'm just gonna use these jewels. They've been sitting in our guild bank forever now, and I just decided that you know, I'm gonna use them now. Yeah. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, a new milk, and this. Before I used a vanilla, or I drank a vanilla drink, soy milk drink. Like, it's not like really just a soy milk, it's more like a drink. Because the usual suspect, you know, soy and almond and all the sorts. I've tried all of them, and you know what they always lack? They're always not sweetened. Also, why am I keep trying to talk to this lady? Wait. 150, okay. They're always lacking flavor and they're lacking sweetness. I don't know who decided that, but for some reason, all of these alternative milks need to taste like ass. I don't really know why, and I think it's very annoying, but I'm a person with a sweet tooth, so I just very much enjoy it if the stuff that I consume doesn't taste like ass. So therefore, I've been trying out all the stuff, and the only things that I like at this point in my coffee are like these drinks that are sweetened. And now I'm having one with chocolate right now. it's not vanilla because that one is always sold out for some reason. Someone else also realized that it's delicious and stole it. And now I'm trying the one with chocolate for a change. And it's also delicious. Yeah, chocolate in coffee, I can only recommend. You know, no one has ever thought of that, but thankfully you're watching Boo. Yeah. Okay. How many mithril filigreens do you think we need? I mean, you can just create them until they're green, right? That would be probably a good start. Honestly, so far, it's not as bad as I thought. And I haven't even prospected anything yet. Because that is the thing that always annoyed me about this profession. That you need the ores to be prospected. So you can find gems in there. Because you do not find additional gems while you're mining. They could have also gone that route, but they didn't. And I don't think we've always had this mass prospecting. No, I don't think so. And as you can see, in 5 ores, you can only find 1 gem, which is horrendous. I bet in later versions of this profession they changed that, but in my opinion, they should have just given you both. Like, that you can prospect ores that you find, but yet you can also, if you're crazy like that, get more gems just by being a jewel crafter and a miner. Being a miner, not a minor. I haven't been a minor in ages. I'm really old. Okay, so we're creating the Citron Ring of Rapid Healing. And what is this? Engraved True Silver Ring. Haha. That doesn't look like a nice ring to wear, honestly. That looks like a very uncomfortable ring to wear. Let's look at these icons. Like, for example, these icons. They've been around for so long, man. But most of these, they look nice to be worn. Like, they're your classical World of Warcraft ring icons. Like, do they ever go crazy with ring icons? Not really, right? Like, these we've also... Yeah, I mean, of course, this we've had since Shadowlands, because this is a Shadowlands ring. And I don't think that the Jester Diamond even has a special icon. I think this is also a very old icon. And like even the Siren ring, wait, where is it there? This is like, yeah, this is what it looks like. You can see it on your hand when you put it on, but it's also kind of boring, no? Man, I think I already talked about this, but I would, God, I would love for them to give us transmog for rings and necklaces. Like the fact that the Signet of Azeroth, the Heart of Azeroth, sorry, the one that got away, literally. The thing that you cannot see it while you're wearing it is so upsetting. Also, this is very convenient that we just need a jeweler's setting for this. Yeah. Yeah. Shall we just create this with aquamarine? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's get to 215. Then we might be able to... No, we're not. Okay. 220. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, sure. Oh, but we're using all of our... No, we're not. Yeah, we are. No, we're not. We're using all of our jeweler's settings. Man. Can't forget to... Are we? Creating... Ah! They're different every single time we create them. I see. Okay, okay, okay. I get it, I get it. Wait, was it 225 or 220? Anyway, I'm gonna create another ring. Thorium setting. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm very sorry if that lamp light is annoying to you guys. I didn't realize that we were constantly looking at that. Okay, we can create a dense stone statue, or we can just create a thorium setting, which we can create 925 of. Yeah, I think I will just do this. Man, so far, jewel crafting, pretty easy. Like, even without all the gems that I had already hoarded, like the real dragon that I am. I thought, by the way, I wanted to do leatherworking and skinning. Just because I think it's a super relaxing gathering profession, like the skinning. But then I thought about it, I was like, wait, I'm a dragon. What am I doing? I'm a dragon. I want my jewels. And I want my gems. And I want my necklaces and my rings. I've never had a jewel crafter in my life. And now I'm apparently still maining a dragon. So we're gonna roll with this. Also, I think we can just create some more, right? We're gonna need at least... We're gonna need so many of these settings. I bet. Let's see. Yeah, Star Ruby. Oh yeah, I think you can sell these always for a good coin. Ah, and a Heart of the Wild. And that's it for now, huh? No, never mind. We also have the Ruby. Ah, okay, Star Ruby again. As long as we don't need our arcane crystals, I think we should be a-okay, huh? And we're gonna... Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, never mind. We'll learn something on 2060. Exactly, 2060. That's how you say that. Large opal. Okay, you know what? We're gonna create a red ring of destruction, because it sounds very metal. And the Torium settings don't give us a skill point anyway anymore. Let's quickly get there. Oh no, wait, that's not quickly. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm constantly confused by numbers. Yeah, let me learn this. How many opals do we have? Oh, 20. Okay, that's not the world. Should we continue with the red rings of destruction first? Nah, right. We're just gonna create exactly all of these that we can. Because then we can learn this. Blue sapphire, true silver. Huh. Blue sapphire. Do we have a lot of blue sapphires? Wait. Not really. But we also have this. Huh. Okay. With the Azerothian diamond. Yeah, where can we learn that? 265. Do we? Oh yeah. Man, I should pay better attention to, like, oh, my inventory is full again. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. You know, for the fact that all of these are gem, like real rings with real gems in them, I think we should, you know, we should sell them for a better coin. That's just my opinion, but I kind of feel like we should. Yeah, this is the most exciting part of skilling a profession. And you know, I already emptied my inventory as best as I could. Oh, wait, that's not even true. I got for us the Death's Advanced supplies and the Court of Harvester supplies, which I can finally get now that Shadowlands' reputation is account-wide. Yay. And now let's open them. I don't even know if we can have a mount in here. We can certainly have a pet in here that I already had. And in here, Carthian armaments. Okay, that was definitely worth it. I mean, it's kind of funny that they give you more gold than the new chests give you, but no matter. And it's kind of funky that we can upgrade this. With what? You were able to upgrade these? I completely forgot about that. Okay, no, we should maybe not throw it out. You know what? We're gonna keep it and see if someone on the auction house will buy it off of our hands for way too much gold. I bet they won't. Okay, now we can create the diamond focus ring. Hell yeah. Alrighty, I had to take a little real life break real quick because my telephone was ringing. But now we're finally gonna create the diamond focus ring while I'm finishing up my coffee that has grown cold. Yay. Or gone cold? Gone cold, I think. And then, once we're done with, well, jewel crafting at least at some point, I'm gonna show you my new transmog and my new pets. And what is this? Ah, this is this one, okay. But we're gonna create more of these guys, I think. But they won't get us all the way to 300. But you know who's gonna? No, this one either. Powerful Mojo, huh? I just wanted to say, isn't this like something that can drop in Zul'Gurub? Again, I think? I think first it didn't drop at all. Then they made it drop again. Oh, and also, fit check. Oh yeah. Yeah, I am in some new drip and I am so happy that I finally have this set. Oh, you have no idea. Like, this is, I think, one of the most beautiful sets that they ever made. This is almost a full set. The shoes are not with the set usually. They are from the achievement, the hardcore achievement from that Chromie dungeon from Dragonflight, which also gave you like an infinite colored armor for all the 4 armor types, which I would very much recommend. Sadly, you still need people to do it because it's still the hard mode, and not because it's the hard mode, but because you need to pick up items and stuff. I will probably link it in Wowhead if you still want to do it. I did it back in Dragonflight, thankfully, because it actually sounds more of a pain in the ass to do it now than back then, but hey. And the rest of the set is actually the mythic set from Aberrus of the Drakthir, or the Evoker rather, and I love it. This is the most beautiful set they have made in the entirety of Dragonflight, and I will stand by that. This is amazing. This also is one of the few sets that you can actually fit in your Drakthir form, which you've probably seen a bunch of people walk around with because it's just that good. And you know what? I don't care if this is mainstream. This is one of these sets where I'm just like, oh my god, I need it. It's like the Nyalothan cloth mythic set. Like the cloth set from Nyalotha, and it's just, I'm so happy that I have it. And yeah, you can actually no, you can't solo Aberrus yet, but if you have a few friends that would tag along and be nice to you, then you can definitely do it. Also, is this music too loud? I hope to God is not, because sometimes these things show completely up different on YouTube when you upload it, and in the recording it's completely fine. So there's that. Also, maybe we should pick up our mail. That would be probably nice. And by the way, while we were looking at all of my new transmog, I much more prefer like this old Orgrimmar music to the Volpera music. And I love Volperas, by the way. I do not respect Volpera hate on this channel. Oh, of course it turns yellow. Of course it does. I mean, it's super cheap. We just might go back for seconds, but let's see. Ah, but we also can... we have some huge emeralds. Okay, you know what? Let's just create the last few onslaught rings. And get one more skill point. And now, let's get to 300. Just this. And... just any second. Da-da-da! Hell yeah! 300 jewel crafting! I never had this. Never had this. But it doesn't give you a special achievement, obviously. But now we can... oh, we can... wow! We can learn one more thing. Cuts a black diamond into a red, blue, or yellow gemstone of similar quality. The type of gem is not known until the gem is cut. Oh! Oh! Wait, where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Eh? Prismatic black item. Huh? But we just learned it. Where is it then? Is it in here? Probably if we had a prismatic black item, prismatic black diamond, then we could maybe prospect it? Maybe? Because I think if you cut them, because these things are usually super cheap on the auction house. I always wondered what they're for. Prismatic black. Okay. Huh? Am I stupid? That is a region that I've seen before. I think we even have one of these on the guild bank, no? Wait. Aha! Yes, and I also have one on my regent bank. Then why can't I do anything with it? Huh? Wait. What? Am I missing something? I mean, it's not a ring. It's not a necklace, right? Materials also doesn't show up there. Huh? Okay, wait. I'm gonna do the normal thing that I should have done from the start and just wow had this. Okay, so I haven't really found anything, but I'm a smart cookie and I know my Blizzard. This is probably a spell that they didn't update because I think this is a TBC spell. So it won't show up here because I haven't learned TBC jewel crafting yet. So that is something that happens every now and then with spells, because back in the day we used to have like, I could already skill into BC jewel crafting right now because it would be all the same bar. in a way, because it wasn't separated like this, like it's now. I think they did that with BFA, but they already started it in Legion because the Legion professions were disconnected from all the others, I think, if I remember that correctly. So I bet if I now go to TBC and I learn TBC jewel crafting, then it will probably show up in my profession. But honestly, I don't even know if I want to do that right now, or if I would rather do one of the other jewel crafting professions. Or if I'm just gonna call it a day and say, hey, we did classic jewel crafting, and I think I yapped enough for you know, at least half an hour video. So there's that. But something that we can definitely check out is that I think I still have some profession recipes on my bank. I think. And also, I want to show you my new 2 pets, because like I said, I'm a little dog person, and lately I've tried to collect a few more things that I haven't really done so far, and all of them are dog themed, which is also why we now have Taiwan. Okay, this is all cooking. Yeah, because I haven't started doing cooking yet, because I first wanted to get jewel crafting at least a little bit done. But usually I always like to, you know, also do cooking on all of my characters. Oh, we already know how to do that. And now I finally learned some of these jewel crafting recipes that I probably had lying around on my bank for God knows how many years. Alright, and the first little good boy is Marmaduke, or obviously Felric, because all my dogs are either called Cujo or Felric. That's just the law. And Marmaduke is a pet that you get from the Siren Isles. And it's honestly very easy. There is nothing really special about it. You can just wowhead it. It's a little bit of a secret. Hello, can you not run through me while I narrate? It's super easy. I don't really have to show you anything. It's just that simple, okay? So, you know, if you also want this good boy, this goody good boy that barks if you click on him, and also I think if you love him, then you have a little heart above his head, which is pretty cool. And he also has this nice new dog model, which I like. I also have the the Arthas dog, but I'm not crazy about him, so I like that I have this little good boy now. But the even cooler pet, in my opinion at least, is this one. This is Faithful Dog, and Faithful Dog is not a pet battle pet, unlike Marmaduke, which you can use in pet battles. Faithful Dog is your dog that you picked up back in Pandaria on your farm, and then you could get him again in your garrison in Warlords of Draenor if you had him in Pandaria, that is. And then you were able, which I never knew until recently, you had to do a little secret, and then you could also get him in Dalaran, and if you got him in Dalaran, then you were able to, at the crash site of the crash, which we do not talk about because it makes me very sad, in the Isle of Dorn, to pick up your Faithful Dog, who then follows you around and has a few interactions. For example, if you pet him, pushes his head under your hand, and if you love him, then it says that your dog loves you too. And of course, if you give him a good old kiss, dog gives your face a sloppy wet lick, which is just amazing. And yeah, this is Faithful Dog, and man, this made me so happy. And for this pet, I just want to tell you that Blizzard is bad at stuff, because to get the second to last step, to get this pet, you need to pick up a pebble in Dalaran, the Dalaran on the Broken Isles. And now you're gonna say, hey Boo, I've never seen a pebble. And you know what? Yeah, me neither. Those things are relatively small, but they're not as small as the people on Wowhead make you believe, by the way. They are pretty visible because they are in 3D and the rest of the street is not in 3D. So as long as you're running around, for example, with your UI blended out and just a little bit aware of your surroundings, you should find them pretty easily. The only problem is, and you probably already guessed it because this is a Blizzard game, ever since the War Within intro patch, every single character that has done the War Within intro cannot see these pebbles in Dalaran anymore. I looked through Dalaran with my wife together for almost an hour, with neither of us finding a single pebble, and then I once again filtered through Wowhead comments and then finally found someone who was like, hey, you can't see these guys anymore with your level 80 characters, or at least characters that have completed the War Within intro questline. Just log on to a tune, go into Chromie Time Walking, go to the Broken Isles, and boom, I did that, and immediately I found like 3 pebbles. So yeah, if you're looking for the pebble, that's how you do it. And if you're now wondering what you gotta do with the pebble, you gotta go to your garrison, or, very importantly, a friend's garrison, and then you're gonna have a little interaction with Faithful Dog over there. And that's it. That's all you have to do, and then he shows up in Dalaran, and then once you go to the crash site on the Isle of Dorn, you can pick up a little food bowl, or at least you can rattle it or whatever, and then he comes running to you, and you can have him as your pet. Yeah, and that's how you get an amazing pet that Blizzard somehow obviously also effed up, because Phasing and Blizzard are not friends. Never have been. Nope. And I think this has been it again. I thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, then please consider leaving a like or a comment. It helps and I appreciate it so much. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe consider doing that as well. I really enjoy these slow and relaxing episodes. So if you want to see more of this, if you want to watch me do more jewel crafting, if you're like, boo, you thought classic jewel crafting is a pain, get ready for insert jewel crafting from another expansion here, then also tell me that in the comments, because like I said, I have absolutely no idea. I will definitely dabble a little bit on my own in jewel crafting, just because now I'm excited, because classic was super easy. I was ready for so much pain and suffering, but there was none to be had. But in any case, I hope this was fun. Can't wait to see you, and until next weekend, bye bye.